On the phone right now, we got Stone Cold Steve Austin, star of the brand new movie Hunt to Kill, from our friends at Anchor Bay Entertainment. How the hell is your day going, Steve?
Well, it's going okay so far. I got up early this morning. I'm on West Coast time, talking to a lot of people on the East Coast. So I got up early. We had some technical difficulties. I'm not technically a morning person, but nonetheless, we're up and flying and doing the best we can.
Oh, well, at least, dude, you sound good, Steve. I miss you because, see, I'm a big wrestling fan. I haven't even heard your voice. They even took you off, I believe, the beginning of Raw. I haven't heard from you in a while. I miss you, man.
Man, I tell you what, well, thank you for that, and I appreciate you watching.
Absolutely.
I've been trying to stay busy, making some movies. Got a chance to make, The Expendables with Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, I want to talk.
That guy.
I do want to talk to you about that. How was it breaking Sly's neck?
Man, I tell you what, it was just like any other neck. It was. I think it was more of a process of that guy just being so hard on his body through all the action movies he's made. He really puts his body on the line when he does his stuff. He's a very physical guy, and the whole time we were fighting, he kept telling me, "Steve, more intensity," and I'm thinking, man, if I get any more intense, I'm going to kick this guy's ass. But you know what? That's what he wants, and I think finally when I hit him with that big tackle, I think that's what cracked that bone. But it wasn't anything that I was trying to do. He was directing me to be so intense. Things just happened, but he wanted a realistic fight, and he got it.
Damn right, you got a freaking broken neck out of the deal. Jesus Christ. I don't even know where to begin because you're such a freaking giant icon in the wrestling industry, especially to us here on the show, because a lot of people are going to tag you with this, but you're the guy that, to me, in 1997, ushered in the Attitude Era in the WWE. You're the guy. Without you, doing the finger, drinking some beer, kicking people, stunning, doing all the damn thing, the BMF walk.
Austin 316.
Austin 316. Without doing any of that shit, we don't have the Attitude Era, and we don't have the era in the WWE that everyone loves. So first off, I'm going to say thank you for that. That's number one. Number two, what do you think of the product now?
Well, first of all, let me cover the Attitude Era thing.
Yeah.
It's funny because that era got labeled as the Attitude Era, but I always thought that professional wrestlers always had attitude, and it was more coming from the heel side of the game because to me you can have a lot more swagger and you don't have to walk such a thin line as being a babyface. But pro wrestlers have always had attitude. But anyway, when I turned it up and when they finally put a microphone in front of my face and they let me start talking and Vince stopped editing my lines and I came up with the Stone Cold Steve Austin name and things started flying and I just started talking all the trash that I grew up, listening to in South Texas and the environment that I was brought in a hunting background and outdoors and sports. Man, it was just an absolute blast, and it's kind of like when people talk about the hair metal bands or the hair bands,
yeah,
and or the grunge bands, and now it's the Attitude Era. But nonetheless, if that's what it is, that's what it is. And I had a damn fun time doing that. And today's world, they changed over to a PG product. I got no problem with the PG product, but man, I tell you what. Your storylines, your championship storylines, your angles still have to be serious. You can't have too much. You can have humor, but you can't. Comedy doesn't equate to drawing big money. You can have humor applied and mixed in there at a ratio, but man, when I grew up changing channels back in South Texas, and I was 7 or 8 years old,
hell yeah,
I saw a smoke-filled arena. It was Houston Wrestling, Paul Bosch's promotion. It was a smoke-filled arena, 2 guys in the ring. I don't remember who the 2 guys were. And there was a rope around the audience, keeping them out. You could only see about the first or second row of people. It was very dark, and man, that was just a mystique. And it was, that was back when wrestling was real, right?
Yeah.
And I fell in love with that product. And I know in the world of how smart everybody is now, but it still has to be presented as real. And
that's the problem, Steve.
Steve Austin could not exist in the PG world.
Absolutely.
I tried to host that Raw in San Diego, and I had so many restrictions on me that night. It was really hard to get off and try to really even get the promo out, knowing I couldn't say this, that, or whatever.
Now, wait, Steve.
I'll tell you, I'm proud of what I did, but I don't think I could thrive, and I could go back right now and be a number one guy.
Yeah, well,
in that environment with a PG handcuff, it'd be hard to do.
No, absolutely, because that's what's bringing me to this next point right now, because a lot of the fucking gossip mongers and all the bullshit, the dirt sheets and everything else is now saying that your ass is actually going to appear on Raw. I believe it's like the 25th or something, the 26th, 27th, whatever the hell it is. 27th of December. And now, if you can't exist in that environment, if we can't have the Austin that the audience wants, why are you going to do it? Are you even locked in to do it?
No, and that's the thing. It wasn't that I was opposed to doing it, but no one even told it to me. It started off as an internet rumor.
Yeah.
And I'm fixing to go start making a movie in Vancouver, and then when I finish in early December, I'm getting in my RV and I'm driving the family, the dogs, down to my ranch in South Texas. I'm going to hunt for a month and then go make another movie. So
good boy.
Nobody said a word to me, so it's news to me.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They're hyping it on all these other shows. I mean, I'll throw it out there because I don't give a shit about, the same way that you're a badass, I'm a kind of badass in the radio business. I don't give a shit. I'll mention other shows. On Stern, they're hyping the fact that Jeff the Drunk and Austin are going to meet up. And like, and your side saying no.
I heard about the Jeff the Drunk guy. I'm thinking, man, what are you talking about? I don't. And believe me, I'm shooting straight with you.
I know.
Rumors. I know nothing of the rumors, and certainly nobody from WWE has contacted me about that. I mean, now when I go down and start my deer hunting process in Texas, man, you'd have to run me off of my ranch with a bunch of rifles.
Fuck yeah.
That's just like me. I'm going deer hunting in a couple of weeks, Steve.
Big game, 10 pointers.
Where you at?
Right up in Monticello, New York, in upstate New York.
So that's not going to be bow only or black powder?
No, it's rifle and shotgun too. Bow season opens up a week early. Yeah, bow season opens up a week earlier.
Okay, so then are you a rifle hunter?
Yes, I'm a rifle hunter.
What caliber?
I use a 30-30.
This is a fucking manly show we have now.
What's your average shot there? Under 100 yards?
Damn.
Yeah, it's about a little under 100 yards.
Yeah, Twin's a deadeye, man. This kid can shoot, dude.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he can shoot the fucking wings of a fly. I swear to God, 20 paces. He's crazy with the gun, Steve. It's scary, quite frankly, because the gun's bigger than him. It's fucking scary.
The 3030 is one of the most popular deer cartridges of all time.
Yeah.
And, a lot of people use so much gun, and really the average shot, and you can take some long Sendero shots in Texas. I'm not a long shot guy because on my ranch, I want to try to age my deer and make sure that I'm shooting a mature deer. But some people that take the 300, 400, 500, 600 yard shots, I'm not so much a fan of that. You got to be able to age that deer. And so many people use a gun that's way too much. 30-30 is perfect cartridge.
I use an Uzi.
Probably across the United States is under 100 yards.
Right, I just cleared it out.
Right, Steve.
All right, Steve, speaking of hunting. All right, so speaking of hunting, since we got to finish this up, I know you're a very busy man. I know you do a lot of busy shit. Talk to me about Hunt to Kill really quick. Tell me about the movie. Tell me about what's going on.
Man, in this movie, I play a Border Patrol agent, and my daughter is kidnapped by a band of criminals, and I'm forced to guide them through the mountains to find the partner that screwed them out of the money. So in this process, I'm basically a divorcee trying to raise a teenage daughter, or a rebellious teenage daughter on my own. She doesn't really know me. I don't really know her. And, once I go from offense to defense and trying to hunt these sumbitches down, then she starts relying on some of the survival skills that I taught her. And we turn the tables on them, and that's when all the killing and the bloodshed and the fighting happens, and that's probably my favorite act of the movie.
Did you break anybody's neck in this movie?
We filmed this movie outdoors. I'm using a bow in it. I'm using some other stuff, and I grew up doing all that stuff. So basically, the movie was totally written for me.
That's what I'm saying. So this is kind of basic. If Steve Austin was thrown out there in the same scenario, Steve Austin, if that guy throws him out there, does this happen? Do you fucking kick the shit out of everyone with like freaking knives and Bowie knives and some goddamn bows and some shotguns? What do you do?
Oh, yeah, I just open up and, I make a few things, break out. Well, I don't want to give too much away, but we roll up a body count anyway.
Nice. Now, see, that's a good movie. That's what we need nowadays.
Out of the movies that I made excluding the Expendables, I would say this is my favorite movie that I've made. It was written for me. It's tailored to me. Wasn't a stretch for me to play the role, and I had a lot of fun doing it.
All right, so the movie came out Tuesday, November 9th. It came out at the beginning of the week. I got my copy right now. I'm going to watch it probably later tonight after the show. That's what I'm going to do. Steve, are you ever going to be in the Northeast area? Because I'm inviting you right now to come up to the damn studio.
You know what? If I get a chance, I'll stop by. I don't know when I'll be back out in that neck of the woods.
All right, so here's what we're going to do. You and Battery Boy over here are going to shoot some guns off. That's what we'll do. We'll get some guns. We'll get one of our interns and dress them up like a 10-point deer, send them out there, and then what you do, you can just puck them off. I like that. I think it'll work for Steve.
Okay, you got it.
All right, man. Thank you. Stone Cold Steve Austin live on the phone. Go check out the movie Hunt to Kill. It's on DVD now. So go rent it. Do whatever the hell you got to do, or he's going to come over there and stun your ass. Steve, give me a hell yeah, please.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. That's right. Stone Cold Steve Austin, motherfuckers. Thanks, Steve.
This is The Machine.